So, as you guys know already, Season 5 is live, and it has been since December 13th. Anet decided to change the PvP system to a more traditional ranking system. So, I'm just going to go over it real quick. This is how it works. There are 5 ranks: Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, and Legendary. Quite frankly, I think they should have stuck with the Amber, Emerald, Sapphire, Stone theme, but to each his own. I guess they just really want to change that to show that it was changed, so it wouldn't confuse, people in the past. Whatever. So within each rank, there are 3 tiers, such as Bronze 1, Bronze 2, and Bronze 3, and so on for all of the tiers. So rather than start from the bottom, you have to play 10 games to determine your placement within those ranks. Now, the new season doesn't suck that much. It does have a bit of things I enjoy about it, and some I don't. Alright, so let's talk about the good stuff. I know I shared this opinion with only a few people, but the addition of Skyhammer. Even if they removed the insane cannon that ruined everyone's life, and the ability to knock people off the map, which I enjoyed a lot, it's still really nice having another option to choose from than the same 4 maps you see every season. It was getting so tiring seeing the 4. My gosh, I'm glad there's just one more. It's just that much better. Alright, another pro is the solo queue and duo queues. Now, I voted for this to be implemented because I think it just works better for this kind of game, for this kind of system. More people play solo than they do in teams, and a rating system built around that should better show that individual's skill level. Of course, you have to keep in mind, as a company, you want to be able to give something to the guys who do want to play in teams of 5, who do have that ability, but since it is few and they can see the numbers and I can't, they can work around that, or like make some separate events like the ESL and the championships like that. Obviously, a solo queuer can't join that. Alright, so let's just talk about the cons, and this might go on for a little bit. Alright, the cons. One of the main issues that I have is, and I called this months ago, before the new system was implemented, is the increase in toxicity. I will start by saying that no one on Earth can balance or patch in how players are going to act in a game. They can only take action when a player goes overboard or breaks the rules. Everyone has gotten so emotionally attached to this rank number that they will yell at anyone to maintain it, even if it means paying other players gold to disconnect to save points. Sure, I've seen my fair of salt over the years, but I've never seen so many arguments erupt in PvP before, and I've been playing since beta, the first beta. Players would not only go AFK faster than normal, but would intentionally give up points or die to the enemy so they would win faster. We all know by now how a toxic player can affect a team, both in-game and mentally. Sometimes it just makes other players just not even try just because they're getting down by this one toxic player. This honestly is making me feel like I'm playing League of Legends or something like that. Alright, let's just go into the next one. The next issue is a big one. It's the placement system. It's so freaking random. Or at least it seems that way. Maybe it's not. There's maybe some fine mechanic behind it that I don't understand. But players can have the similar win-loss ratios and can be placed in completely different ranks. One player can can have more wins, less losses, and be placed lower than the person that had less wins, more losses. So my question is, what determines who you play within those placement matches? I can only assume that they start you from the bottom, like they match you against bronze players and then work your way up as you earn more wins. Like, let's say after 2 wins you start playing silver players, and then 3 wins you start playing gold players, 5 wins you start playing plat ones, so on and so forth until you reach that 10 where they only try to match you versus other people who got 10-0 or legendary status. But honestly, I have no clue. But that's not even the part that I'm really mad about. What I dislike are how important these placement matches are compared to actual matches. A person who has won all their placement matches gets placed so high on the tier list. Like, one name comes to mind immediately when I think about this, and that's the name P Demo. Now, if you play Guild Wars and PvP, as soon as you hit that play PvP button, you see the top 5 names, and I'm pretty sure you've seen this name during this part of the season. That name can be seen multiple times in a rank list, but what that shows is a player will be placed high on the list for winning all of their placement matches, and only has to play a game every 3 days to avoid that automatic decay. Of course, getting a 10-0 can be difficult to obtain, and making sure you can win a match every 3 days makes it really difficult to hold that rank. So what I foresee in all this is, during the last 3 days of the PvP season, after letting everyone else figure out the system, players will grab new accounts or finally log into their main account and just play the placement matches, trying to reach that sweet 10-0 placement. So a lot of the top spots in PvP are going to be filled with 10-0 players. And honestly, that defeats the purpose of the new system. But we'll just have to see come February 6th, when the PvP season is over. So I think the thought process was, if a player wins 10 matches and gets placed into Legendary, that's not the issue, because it would be hard to maintain that position due to the decay that we implemented in the game. I just wonder what happened to the guy who raised his hand at the meeting and asked, what if they play during the last day of the season? What I think they could do to fix this is by changing how placements work. Have a tier like Platinum 1 or 2 or even 3 be the highest you could earn with your placement matches, leaving that legendary rank for those who climb to it. So yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on the new rank system. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Do you love it, hate it? Also hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, dislike if you dislike it, and if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button to see more. Thanks for plugging in. Peace.
DDR base! DDR base! DDR base! DDR I am here, and my name is Chaos. Rap is to me like music is the Amadeus.
I think the thought process was, damn it, Scavenger. Nigga, stop typing. I'm trying to record. Alright, what?